All right, so those are the four essay questions. Like I said, these all need to be at least one paragraph, so 5 to 7 sentences. If you give me something that is, 2 or 3 sentences long, I'm not going to give you credit for that, and you wouldn't receive any credit on an exam either. So right now we're going to go over some two responses, one good one, one bad response. So just so you guys know roughly what I'm looking for. All right, so these are both by me. So the first one, the question was explain how day and night occur on Earth. So this response would receive 0 points. So you need to make sure that your essays don't look like this. So this says during the nighttime on Earth, it is dark. During the daytime, it is sunny. During the night is usually colder and opposite during the day. The sun and moon also play a role in this. The sun is warm and shines a light on Earth to make it bright. During the night, the moon shines because of the sun, and we can see it at night. So, the big reason why this wouldn't receive any points is because there's almost no vocab used. You guys need to make sure that you use vocabulary from the readings, from the notes in your essays, especially on a test like MCAS. If you put something like this on MCAS, you would not get a very well scored essay. You need to make sure that you use vocab, that you can display, that you to me that you know the content. A tip I would give you is that, and I'll show you in the next response, when you do use a vocab word, make sure you underline it. That makes it so whoever is grading the test, they see that, they kind of zone in on that uh, word, and they then know that you actually know what you're talking about. Obviously, there's no vocab here, so if you gave this response, I know that you have no idea what you're talking about. So once again, do not write an essay like this on a test, and definitely not for this assignment because I will be grading this assignment, or will be worth basically a quiz grade. So make sure that you put a little bit more effort than this into this assignment. All right, so let's take a look at the second response. So once again, that first response was definitely not something you want to write. The second response, and you can already see that this is much longer. If you wrote this on an exam, you definitely get a perfect score for that essay. And this is what you need to kind of model your essays off of. So same question, explain how day and night occur on Earth. So let's begin. So similar to how Earth's revolution around the sun causes our seasons, its rotation on its axis causes night and day. Already, first sentence, I've used two vocab words and two key concepts from the unit: revolution and rotation. So if I was writing this on on a piece of paper with pencil, I would definitely make sure to underline those two words so that it draws the reader's attention right to those words, and that the grader then knows that you know what you're talking about. As the Earth rotates eastward, the sun radiates energy on its surface, fueling the life of our planet. It takes her 24 hours to complete one rotation. Remember from the first video, you definitely need to know how long one rotation of the Earth is, and the Moon too. You need to know rotation for both Earth and Moon. You also need to know the revolution length for Earth and Moon as well. But the length of our days vary depending on what time of year it is. The longest day of the year is the summer solstice. Once again, another vocab word right there. During this time, the sun can be seen highest in the sky, which causes longer days. Conversely, the sun is also lowest in the sky during the winter solstice, which is the shortest day of the year. During the equinox, another vocab word, Earth is neither tilted towards or away from the sun, which causes day and night of equal length. So already two paragraphs. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sentences so far. Final paragraph. There are many places on Earth that do not obey these rules, however. Near the equator, another vocab word, days are equal length all year long. This is due to the fact that the equator is never tilted towards or away from the sun. Temperatures are typically warm in this region because the sun's rays hit the Earth more directly. Night and day can vary drastically at its poles as well. During the summer in the northern hemisphere, for example, daytime lasts 6 months at the North Pole. Temperatures at the poles are generally colder due to the fact that the sunlight does not hit the Earth at a direct angle at any time of the year. So, there's probably 3 or 4 sentences in that last paragraph, so that's like 10 or 11 sentences total. Obviously, that's a little long, but if you go above and beyond and you use vocab words and you show an understanding of key topics, you will get a good grade on the essay, and more than likely you'll also get a great grade on the exam as well. Notice that in the last paragraph, I didn't use any vocab words, but I made sure that I included key concepts from the chapter. So, for instance, that the sun's rays hit more directly at the equator, even though it's not tilted or away or towards the sun, and also at the poles. The reason why we see colder temperatures at the poles is because that the sun's rays are not hitting as directly as they are at the equator. So didn't use any vocab words, but I did show whoever's grading this, which was me obviously, that I understood key concepts. So obviously don't want to see the first example I gave you, and then this is more of what I want to see. Obviously, like I said, this is above and beyond, but make sure that your essays reflect this response more so than the first response. All right, so that wraps up this week's virtual lectures. Like I said, when we get into class on Thursday and Friday, or Thursday for B cohort, we will review for this exam. And I believe at the beginning of this video, or the first video, I said that for A cohort, our test would be Monday. That is not the case. For A cohort, our test will be on Tuesday. So for you guys on Monday, we will obviously review more for this exam at that time as well. But these 2 videos will definitely give you guys a head start. So just make sure you do your best on these 2 assignments. All right, that's all I have for you for remote work this week. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in class.